Then it's Stephen Jelly in 12th. Adam Jones still going, but he's down in 13th. Looks like Turkington's going to take the independent win in this one, and that should, in fact, put him into the lead of the Independence Championship, which Adam Jones has been in front of so far. And in fact, this is going to be Jones's worst result for a long time. He's had a run of about 12 top 8 finishes as Adam Jones, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time, because he's all the way down in 13th. You're looking back from second place man Darren Turner at the moment.
Yeah, look how far away Chiltern is now at the end of that straight, and that gap will increase again down the next straight, and then Chiltern and Shedden close it all up through the bomb hole and the final corner Russell. You saw how close he was on the brakes into Russell. The change of direction actually between for the set is the worst part of its programme.
Just see again as he gets onto the straight how he eases away, doesn't he? And for a driver, it's a lovely feeling to be in that situation, but for the driver behind, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, the driver behind is very difficult, because it's very difficult to pass if the car is always quicker on the straight. Here again, and this next half, if we stay on board, is where the Hondas will catch up. Their change of direction, their cornering agility is going to help them. But on the straights, when the car in front always goes away from you, how do you ever get past? Because you could never get near them in the braking areas.
No, very frustrating. I have to say, Chilton's been quite patient though. Sensible driving here from Tom Chilton in third. Probably realises that it's not really on unless there's a mistake from one of the Seats to get through, but he's got ahead of his teammate, and a useful podium. He's only had the one podium so far this year, Tom Chilton, so this will be a bit of a confidence booster for him if he holds it. Shedden, though his teammate is still right with him, and we've still got a couple of laps to go. 2 laps remain then. The two Team Halfords cars running in tandem, as are the two Seats out in front. Plato, though, has just opened up a little bit more of an advantage on that last lap. Remember, he'll be carrying maximum ballast next time. That could make more difference. Turkington still in 5th place, leading independent. Onto Cole in 6th, Giovanardi 7th. Stephen Kane is in 8th place, Rob Collard 9th, and Mike Jordan holding on to 10th position.
Yeah, Jason Plato's still knocking out those 1 minute 12.3s, only 6/10 of a second off the fastest lap of the race, so clearly no problem with the tyres at the end of the race for him, but Turner's dropped off his pace by some 4/10 of a second.
Looking back at 10th place man briefly there, Mike Jordan, so our top 10 coming through, sliding their way through Coram Curve. It's a fast sweeping corner, little bits of rubber getting chucked off to the side of the road there, and now down into a very different tight right left, hopping over the curve. Look how well the cars behave over the curve. Always amazes me how good they are. The teams do so much work on the damper technology, but it's brilliant to watch how they just soak up the bumps and soak up the curves.
Yeah, they're almost invisible, aren't they? A touring car driver can attack what would look like a massive curve, and certainly would be even if you had it in your road car, and the four-way adjustable dampers with bleed-off valves and all the rest of it, they just soak it up. Incredible.
Yeah, very, very clever stuff. We're on the final lap though for Jason Plato, and it does look as though it's going to be a relatively comfortable victory for Jason. It's about time. They've had a bit of a poor patch, certainly last time out at Croft, but it looks like he's going to come back from that. This will be his 3rd win of the season if he holds on to it. Giovanardi, the championship leaders, had 4 wins so far this year, but interestingly it'll also be Seat's first 1-2 of the season, so definitely what they need to get back on track.
Yeah, so often this year they've had quick cars but shot themselves in the foot in some respect, and Croft is a great example of that, but it's all worked out fine, and they will want to bag as many points as possible. But don't forget, Jason Plato will be starting this next race with maximum ballast, so could be a bit tougher for him, but full marks to him, full marks to Seat, full marks to Dunlop. The tyres have worked perfectly round here.
Here we go then, Jason Plato coming through out of that final corner. He's going to take victory in the first race of the day in Snetterton. It's his 4th win in 4 years here at the Norfolk Circuit, his 41st career win, and it's a 1-2 for Seat. Absolutely dominant, with Tom Chilton taking 3rd, Shedden in 4th, and we're waiting for the others to come through. Turkington 5th, Onslow Cole in 6th place. Good battle for the final points. 10th place just goes to Matt Neal. Matt Neal takes 10th ahead of Mike Jordan. So the final runners there, John George I think actually got past him on that last lap, so good result after his entertaining fun and games earlier in the race. But it's Plato who takes the victory by half a second from his teammate Darren Turner. Chilton in 3rd place ahead of Gordon Shedden, his own teammate as well, and then Turkington in 5th. Onslow Cole in 6th place ahead of his BS Racing teammate Giovanardi. Then Stephen Kane, another teammate right behind Rob Collard, and 10th just on the line was Matt Neal.
I want to talk to you first of all about that race. How did the car feel? Because our commentary team was talking about maybe you were just pacing it. Did you have more left?
I mean, effectively, yes, we had a little bit left, but that's, you know, a tenth a lap, and that's really on the edge. And, you know, when we're in that sort of position, we need to look after our tyres. You know, we're in a great position. The last thing we want to do is make a mistake, let it all close up, Darren then gets under pressure. So, yes, we had a little bit in hand, but not much. The Hondas were very, very quick.